wanted to start with this question about Las Vegas first because we first met there,
Yes.
and also because most of your fans know the Las Vegas thing, but you're not from Las Vegas.
No.
You're not even from the U.S.
Nope.
You're British, and yes, so that's now you're back in your country.
Yeah.
And if you can maybe tell something that can be inspiring to the new generations, of which you are a part also of. Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. I think the first. This is a question that has many answers, and as you said, none of them are the correct answer. They are just different answers. So the first thing is, I'm 27 years old and I've been doing magic since I was seriously since I was 11. Prior to that, I had kind of magic sets, and I always found magic, traditional magic, making a card vanish, making a card appear, really fascinating. And then I was drawn to mentalism. And I've always kind of had the advantage of looking a bit older than I am, quite a lot older as my hair falls out. But
I can understand that.
And I think that helped me really early on because I think it's very difficult to take a really young-looking person doing mentalism seriously. So that really helped me to begin to be credible. But what was more important was the fact that I had this background in learning traditional magic. Yeah. And it's not necessarily the technique or the method that really is important from that. What is important from that is I was taught in the kind of old school approach. My first sort of mentor was a guy called Ron Macmillan, who's a great English magician. And everybody at International Magic was sort of extended family to me now. And in that process, I learned that one, that we stand on the shoulders of giants, the truest expression that I can find for it, because almost everything I do and every choice I make is informed by the history that we all share. And I think a big problem for young magicians is that as traditional magic shops or places for mentalists to go and learn their craft become less and less, with that decline, it becomes harder for them to learn how to learn. Yes. Because you can blindly buy books and you can blindly buy information, but I had the real benefit of having really great performers from the past telling me this is the right step, this is the right step, and also the appreciation for the history that they instilled in me. So the first thing I think is, and this is I think probably just good life advice, respect your elders. Yes. They hold all of the secrets and they, I see many young magicians walking in, and because they want to be the next badass street magician, they kind of look at the old guy in the corner and think, oh, I don't need that guy. And yet that man has dedicated his life to the art form. So respect your elders, remain forever in a state of learning. I'm right here in St. Vincent, and I've learned a lot from you. And I've learned a lot from Max Maven and many others, and I hope that continues for the rest of my life. I never ever want to be in a situation where I feel like my mind is shut to accepting the knowledge and wisdom of those around me, and that's another problem that I see, is that people kind of, when they begin, they get positive praise from the people they perform for, and they therefore assume that they know everything. So I think one of the smartest things to do is just admit that you know nothing, and it's all just one big experiment, and it takes work to get it working. So I think for me, the most powerful resources are the history of what we do, those people that have come before me that I really admire, and then books. I'm not a big DVD guy. I don't watch a lot of them. My great friend Michael Weber has a lovely expression, which is the tyranny of the eyes, meaning that once you've seen something done, it can be very difficult to imagine it in any other way. And I think this is really true. So I very much enjoy the process of reading mentalism because it allows me to fill in all of the blanks myself and imagine this coming to life. So I always recommend books over DVDs. But the single most important thing is to actually get out there and perform it. Yeah. I think we have a higher proliferation now of what I think of as the armchair mentalist, the expert that likes typing on the internet or giving advice unsolicited, but that comes from a background that isn't performance. Penn Jillette has this great phrase about flight time, If you're a pilot, you require a certain amount of hours of flight time before you can call yourself a pilot. And I think that is instantly applicable to mentalism. And the biggest problem for young guys now is finding a place to be bad. Because everybody immediately runs out and prints a business card and then wants to charge lots of money to perform. I think the best thing to do is find an open mic spot or a show that you can become a part of and learn to perform. Yeah.
And speaking of learning, I've learned a lot from you. You gave a workshop and you have been extremely generous to all the people attending, and you also decided to donate your fee for the workshop to charity, so that's really fantastic.